People all over San Diego are getting back into balance and feeling great. Dr. Jamie Kaiser is here to tell us how NUCA works, along with Norma and Joe Foglio. They've just been married 53 years, so we're not sure if it's going to stick. Good to have both of you on today.
Thank you.
And NUCA, for folks that may be joining us for the first time, it just seems like such a life-changing treatment that a lot of people, Jamie, really don't even know anything about.
That's the biggest crime. People just don't know what's available to them. I appreciate the bump that Mark gave us earlier before the break there about, get rid of your back pain, your neck pain. Quite honestly, what we do has nothing to do with neck pain or back pain or migraines. Now, granted, who comes in to see us? It's people in pain, with back pain, with neck pain, with migraines. It's not what I do. We make sure that your body works correctly. Your nervous system controls everything that's going on. And when you have a structural block up here in the top and that signal cannot get through, your body doesn't work right. And so you were able to get that area corrected so the body works as it's supposed to, and amazing things can happen. And they're just on to talk about a variety of changes that they've noticed since we've gotten their body back into balance.
So, Norma, you had some pains in your body, but Joe, I know you were the one that was really suffering the most, and your loving wife was just trying to find something, came through some information about NUCA. But before you got the treatment, tell me what life was like for you.
I was fatigued. I mean, not just fatigued, so fatigued that I felt like my skin was going to fall off. That's how tired I was. And everything I did and every place I went, they came back out with, nobody could give me an answer. They said just in time it'll go away, or maybe you try this drug or that drug. And I didn't want to try drugs, and she wouldn't. She wanted to make sure I wasn't going to do this. So her determination of get me up and get me to get dressed and get me to go someplace and go talk to somebody. And then I remember when we drove up to see Jamie here, I didn't even, I went because I didn't have enough fight to not go. So we went in, and when I went, I was fatigued beyond, and I was skeptical because I'd been through so much.
Of course, of course. When you were at Jamie's office, and we've talked, Jamie, before about how the treatment is actually very gentle, there's not a lot of force or quick movements. What was your experience like at the office?
Well, I remember what I did. I never seen what he did, and I could hardly feel it. But I know he was doing something. When I got to see what he was doing is when he worked with Norma. When he worked on Norma, I could see that he was just touching here and touching there. And
the adjustment itself, as you can see with the video there, the most amount of force you actually feel during the correction, if you ever had your pulse taken, we're talking about slightly more pressure than that, that's it. So, most patients get up and say, when are you going to start? But, especially with Joe, what's just really amazing is we take some postural measurements beforehand. We put some levels on the shoulders, on the hips, and he can definitely see a huge shift immediately when he stands up. He gains like 3 inches.
Huge. And, and it doesn't, and like I said, it doesn't hurt doing it.
Well, and it's so fascinating because you go and, you have a little skepticism, which is normal and natural.
Yes.
And then you feel amazing. And Norma, just as a byproduct, you had some pain going on, you get treated, and then you come out of there feeling pain-free.
Absolutely. I had, Jamie was given an orientation, and of course I was driving Joe back and forth because I wanted him well. He had too much life to live. And so when we went to the orientation, I thought, well, I might as well go to that. And so I just went on the information that he gave, that if your body is working right, you're going to feel well. And when he worked on me, then like 3 or 4 weeks later, I only did it like 3 times. 3 or 4 weeks later, he said, how are your legs doing? Because I had horrible cramps in my legs to the point where my feet would almost pull sideways going up. It was so horrible. And it was gone. And I didn't even realize it was gone. I just felt better all over. It's an amazing thing.
We have some beautiful pictures of you guys just out and about, enjoying San Diego. And really, this wasn't possible for you to do a lot of times, Norma and Joe. When you were in such pain and when you were experiencing such fatigue, you look at these pictures now, and thanks to NUCA, how do you feel?
Well, it's like we got a new life. We got places to go and people to see and things to do. And now there's nothing stopping us.
Well, you turned 73 years young yesterday. So you said you got,
Yesterday.
what, 40 more years left?
40, at least 40.
I think so. Okay, so beautiful. And just as a side note, I love hearing how couples met. And Norma, you started to tell me the story of how you were dating one of Joe's friends. You looked at him, and then what did you think?
Well, I just saw that beautiful smile, and I thought, oh my, I think that's for me. and and so he left his friend. His best friend was my boyfriend. And he left his friend and started courting me, and that was 53 years ago.
I was walking down the street on a Monday night in Steubenville, Ohio. I was just turned 21 years old, and I walked by this shoe store. And I looked in the shoe store, and through all the shoes, there was a girl standing back there with an hourglass figure. I'll never forget it. And I got to talk to her. I got to meet her. But what do you say? What do you do? You know, everybody thought I was cool, but I wasn't. So, but I made it, and I went in. I walked up to her, and there was nobody in the shoe store but her and me. And I said, "Would you do me a favor?" And she says, "What?" I said, "When you go home tonight, tell your mother I said thanks." And she said, "For what?" I said, "Making somebody as beautiful as you."
Okay. All right. You're going to make me tear up here. I love your love story. Jamie, you also want to talk about your special.
I can't follow
I know
that.
you can't. You know, what are you going to do? We want to talk about your special, but also the bigger picture, because Norma and Joe are now enjoying life, living a vibrant, healthy, vital lifestyle. And that's the big picture, because you don't just fix pain, you allow people to reclaim their power.
Do what they want to do. I mean, it's bigger than his lack of shoulder back pain that he went to Mayo Clinic for to get results that didn't actually happen. I mean, it's bigger than that. If people have questions, they're more than welcome to call our office right now. They can get our call center. The call center will book you for a new patient consultation. There is no charge for the consultation. If we take x-rays, it's only $49. Okay. The main purpose, though, we're going to get a bunch of phone calls right now, and so they are going to ask for a credit card number when you call the call center right now, just to reserve your appointment time. If you come to the office, everything we talk about, we'll answer all the questions. If it doesn't sound like something you want to follow through with, there's no charge for the visit. So we've really tried to make it as completely pain-free as possible for people to come in, get their questions answered, and really just get back to life.
Yeah. Back into balance.
Back into
By the way,
balance.
Rob Reiner called. He wants you for When Harry Met Sally Part 2. So we'll get you all connected. Jamie, thanks for coming on today. And you little lovebirds, thanks for being on our show. Great to have you on today. More information, you can always go to our website, san diego6.com, and click on San Diego Living.